can see, if you all remember, I did a video on the new body mist that they came out with, and when I did that, I guess they saw it and they so kindly sent me over these two fragrances. So I figured we try them out today. I ended up getting Detour and 12 a.m. or it's just 12. But this one, when I smelled it in store, because I did walk around the corner of the Ulta to see how each one of them smelled. Hey Janet, I liked this one the best, and 12 o'clock was a nice unique scent to my collection. They did have another one that I was really interested in, but I opted out of that one, or I either opted out or they didn't have it in stock. It's called Unmute. That's the one I think they've had win awards and things like that. I like how unique the packaging is, for sure, because it has like the little sticker of whatever is on the back over here on the front. So I have this right here. Let's see. So this one is like more of like Your Skin But Better. Detour is. So if you like a Your Skin But Better fragrance, I definitely think you would like this one. I'll read what it says in it because it has the notes on the back of the box. So shout out to them. I love when that's convenient, especially when you're doing stuff like this and you can't really see. So it has the top notes of Spanish Mandarin and apple blossom. Then it has the middle notes of gardenia bloom and jasmine petals. And then we have the base notes of skin musk and vanilla. So of course I would pick something with vanilla in it, right? Y'all know I love vanilla. But when I thought of this one, let me spray it on to get an idea how I feel about it. So I'll spray it right here. Sorry. Okay, it has a nice soft mister. It kind of has like the mister that the one from Fleur does, but in a perfume bottle. As weird as it is, you can see it gives like a nice soft mist, if you will. And I know like Fleur does that a lot. Yeah, it smells amazing, you all. I'm wondering if what do you call it, the new Fleur fragrance with Snif is gonna smell like this, but I don't think it has the exact same notes as this does. Either way, I am excited to have this. It smells so good. So thank you to Nosy for giving me this. But when I thought of things to pair it with, before I had sprayed it, obviously, before I remember what it smelled like, I thought of You Remind Me. I feel like it gives me like a more like apple version of You Remind Me. If you remember what You Remind Me smells like, it definitely gives me similar scents to this. It also gives me similar smells to Soft Spot from Fleur. So if you like that Your Skin But Better soft musk with a little bit of fruitiness to it, and you don't necessarily like the fruitiness that comes with You Remind Me, because if I remember correctly, this has more peachy to it, you might like this one, Detour, because I feel like it definitely has a Your Skin But Better vibe, but with like a kind of fruity, unique twist to it. And that's what I liked about it. All their scents, I feel like, had a somewhat unique twist to it. Now, the one called Unmuted, if you like Sol de Janeiro's, what is it? If you like Sol de Janeiro's number 40, I feel like you will really enjoy that fragrance. So keep that in mind. If you wanted a perfume version of Sol de Janeiro 40, that's what Unmute smells like, and it smells amazing. Like, I was really in love with that one, but I was like, since I already have, you know, Sol de Janeiro 40, I didn't feel like I really needed to get that. Now I probably will get it in the future. I'm not even gonna pretend, but what I feel like might go really good with this would be Maldives in a bottle from Kylie. I feel like Maldives in a bottle would go great with Detour from Nosy. So I'm kind of want to put those on now and see how it feels. So I'm gonna spray it over this side since we already have Detour on this side, and see if that combination works out the way I'm hoping it will, because I have a good feeling about it, but you know, I always like to try it out. Hi Brian. Then we have the Wedding Silk Santel from Kylie. I was not a huge fan of this, believe it or not. I thought it was okay, but I didn't think it was anything exceptional. I'm sorry if you're a Kylie fan and loves this. I am a Kylie fan myself. It's just this one, I don't know. Like, it didn't do enough for me. However, I feel like this could possibly go really well with the scent I just talked about. So I'm thinking I might spray this on the other side over here, because I am going to do a dedicated video to this fragrance along with 12 when we get to it. But I want to try this out with it, and then I'll give you all my thoughts on if I think they would pair well together or not. So excited. Okay, so we tried these two that I thought would pair nicely with. We'll let it dry down for a little bit and start talking about 12 a.m. I love like the legs on the packaging. I don't know what that's supposed to be symbolizing, something or what, but this one was more like a woodsy fruity scent, and the notes of this one are Australian pink pepper, jasmine petals. Then you have the middle notes of raspberry and creamy blonde woods, and then you have spun sugar and ambrox as the base notes. So I'm gonna spray that one up here, and we'll see how it dries down. And while I'm letting that dry down, I'll probably check on the other one to see how they work. If you're curious what's going on with my eyes, this is part of my members only like live. Hi Tremaine. If you're curious what's going on with my eyes though, this is a members only look. So this is the one we talked about Sunday, Janet, when I said I was gonna do the green and the purple combination with that fun shadow. That's what I got on my eyes today. So I did that video, and then I did another one. If you're curious about my membership, it should be linked down in the description box below. I do a ton of like exclusive eyeshadow looks. Hello again, Brian, and other content for those of you who are interested. Like I just did a PR haul video. It hasn't gone up yet, but I have eyeshadow videos go up every single day for like the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I usually have like a members only vlog once a month in addition to other events I go to. Like I went to a YouTube event, and let me see. Oh, Cleonit? No, these aren't Cleonit. This is, I think this is Give Me Glow. So if you're interested in this eye look or any other eye looks that you see me with, hey Allie, then make sure you check out my membership down below. But let's see what number 12 is looking like, or smelling like, I should say. Okay, I remember it having like a unique kind of like musky-esque scent to it, but still a nice fruity scent to it. So the things I feel like would go very well with that would be probably like the Kylie Fleur Majesty. Like if you wanted another fruity scent to go along with 12 AM, I feel like the Fleur Majesty would go really great with this. So I'm going to try it on with this and see how I feel about it. This one gives more of a florally fruity scent. Like think of Fleur's Mood Ring. Fleur's Mood Ring would oh, that's okay. Anyway, I think this is like a florally version of Mood Ring from Fleur. So if you like Mood Ring by Fleur and you feel like it misses kind of like a florally element to it, I feel like you would like Fleur Majesty. I'm gonna try it with this 12 AM fragrance though and see how it smells, and then we'll check back on the other ones that I already put together and try out. So remember, we have Maldives in a bottle on this side. That's part of the Kylie Vacay collection. Oh, so I really like the way that combination smells. And I usually don't like Maldives in a bottle, but I feel like it smells really nice with this. I guess because this is like a softer version of a fragrance, I really enjoy it. And then there's the Maldives in a bottle. Now, if you like a lot of Lang Lang in your fragrance, then I feel like you would like Maldives in a bottle. I'm not really huge on Lang Lang, but I feel like it pairs beautifully with this Detour fragrance. It gives a little extra oomph and kind of like pizzazz or new scent to the fragrance. So I'm definitely enjoying that. I want to see how it's going to smell with this Silk Santel. So let's smell that one now. Okay, so I'm still not 100% sold on it. I do like it a little bit better with that one than I do like it with what is this message? Oh, okay, now I see why your message got held. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, back to what I was saying. Sorry, y'all. When I be doing these lives, be a whole bunch of stuff on here. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. I did not know that. Thank you. But yeah, I do like it with this a little bit better than I like the Mandarin note. Yeah, it probably would. That's probably why I do like it with that, Janet, because you know, I really think that that adds a lot to the fragrance for sure. But I don't know, I do kind of like it with this one too though. I forgot what's in this fragrance though, but I know I remember not just liking it on its own. Like I was not a huge fan of it on its own. Okay, next that I feel like would go good with, back to 12 here because of the raspberry, I feel like it might go really good with Marrakesh. I feel like it would give like an extra little set of spices to it to add to the woodiness of the fragrance. So I feel like that would be a good take. So I'm going to try that one on this side, even though I have like a few more. Of course, you know, I had to include some Snif ones in here. I feel like Me from Snif would go really well with Nose Detour as well. So I'm just putting Marrakesh in a bottle on this side to see if I like it better, because this one I did have a little bit of mixed feelings on, but because it had sort of a unique scent to it, I really wanted to get an idea of what else I could put it with and have something unique in my collection. So that's why I made sure I went ahead and picked it up. But I have the Kylie Juicy Eden Apple. I feel like would go very well with this fragrance just because they both have that kind of fruity element. And if I wanted to bring out a little bit more sweetness to the fragrance, I definitely feel like the Kylie Juicy Eden Apple would go nicely with the 12 AM. because it has more of like a stronger yet a little bit of sweet fruity scent to it. And I feel like adding a fruity scent to it would help it more in the summertime when I want to wear it, which is now to kind of try it out. Then I have Tarte Deco. You can use code GRACE10 to purchase anything you need to purchase from Snif's website. I always recommend buying from their website as opposed to buying from Ulta if you like to be a part of reward systems. So they have a great point system set up to where you can get money in return for your purchase if you're a part of the rewards plan, and then that'll equal to you being able to get new purchases. Plus you get a 10% discount when you use my code GRACE10. So that's always why I recommend that you purchase Snif from their website, as long as you're not a content creator like myself and need it immediately. I feel like it's better to order from there. They have a subscription service set up as well, so if you wanted to use a certain fragrance that you use regularly and have a certain amount of time you'll use it up by, they give you a discount on top of that. So you get 2 discounts. You get the 10% off for being a subscriber, and then you get 10% off for using my code. So I feel like that's a pretty good deal, along with getting money back on your rewards. But back to this fragrance, I feel like this could go really nicely with this fragrance as well. The nice cherry, I feel like it's like a little soft tart cherry, not necessarily like an overly sweet one or a smoky one like a lot of the fragrances I come across that are cherry. So that's what I particularly like about this one, because I noticed like the Tom Ford cherry ones, they're really smoky, and then even the Kylie one, I feel like it's really smoky. I feel like this is more like a true cherry with a little bit of like tart sweetness, like it says in Tarte Deco, as opposed to a smoky one, and I appreciate it being a smoky one. Thank you for the thumbs up. But yeah, so the last one I think would pair pretty good with this one is the Naughty Nona from Snif. This is from their secret menu. Now, keep in mind, you can only get the secret menu items on their website. The only secret menu item that you cannot get, that you can get at Ulta, is the Creme Couture. They recently dropped that at Ulta, I want to say at the beginning of this month in July, but I feel like this would go really nice with it. It has like not so fruity, nutty spices to go with it, because it's supposed to smell like a fruitcake. And I feel like it would, again, help with the raspberry in here and kind of tone down and give a little bit of sweetness in addition to spice to go with the woodiness and spices that are in this fragrance. So I feel like both of those would pair really nicely. Now let's see how it smells with Fleur Majesty, and then we'll check over here with Marrakesh in a bottle, part of Kylie's line. Okay, so I really love it with Fleur Majesty. I'd probably say my favorite combination is this and Fleur Majesty so far, just having tried them out. But let's see how it smells with Marrakesh. Okay, I'm not liking it with Marrakesh as much. I feel like adding it with Marrakesh made it a little bit more mature than I would personally prefer it to be. So I think I'm going to stick with it so far with these two. I do have one more, but my whole thing is it's a body mist, so you probably have to spray more of the body mist than you would when it comes to the other fragrances. But like, it's the Love Shack Fancy Berry Kisses, and the notes in this one are, let me see if I can read it. Wild berries, marshmallow, and cashmere. Those are the notes that are in this. Again, I feel like because it has the raspberry, the wild berries in here, the wild berries would go good with the raspberries, and it would just make a nice combination. Plus, this gives a little bit more sweetness to it, and I'm a person who prefers a sweet gourmand fragrance, so I took a chance by getting this one. I like warm gourmands, I like sweet gourmands. I occasionally like fruity florals, but I'm not really big on florals, especially like the mature kind, if you will. So I was taking a chance when it came to number 12, but I just felt like it was something that would be unique to my collection, and I wanted to get something different as opposed to always getting a lot of the same similar things. Yeah, I definitely plan on doing a wear test with these, Janet, because I really, really am excited to have them. And I do plan on adding the one I talked about, Unmuted, to my collection in the future, just because I would like to see how a perfume version of Sol de Janeiro number 40 would smell. But when I smelled it in store, I knew immediately when I smelled it, it reminded me of something. I just couldn't remember like what exactly it was. So once I realized what it was, I was definitely like, yeah, I'm going to have to get my hands on that one. So these retail for $85 a piece, and you get 1.69 ounces if anyone was curious. I don't think I have too many other fragrances I feel like would go with this very well. Hey, Sarah. I don't feel like I have too many fragrances to go along with this very well. I did do a haul of all the stuff I have got this month, so you all know I got the Tower 28 stuff, and I'll be doing a video with that Thursday. So if you want to see the swatches and comparisons of the new Tower 28 blushes, make sure you come back for that. With these though, on first smell, I definitely say that Detour is for my girlies who like the Your Skin But Better fragrances. I definitely feel like you would really like this fragrance. Again, this has Spanish Mandarin and Apple Blossom, and you can definitely smell the apple in here along with the gardenia and the Skin Musk. I actually don't really smell that much of the vanilla or the Spanish Mandarin. I mainly smell the Apple Blossom, the gardenia blooms, and the Skin Musk. And that's what makes me say that I feel like this is one of those Your Skin But Better fragrances that I would pair with either the Maldives in a bottle from Kylie like we did on live here just now, or the Wedding Silk Santel. And it did make me like this one a little bit better than I initially did, because I was not a huge fan of this one, but with the Detour one I can see myself wearing it a lot. Now it kind of makes me want to pair this with some other Your Skin But Better fragrances, because on its own, like I said, I'm not trying to hate. I am a Kylie stan myself, but this one just didn't do it for me. There are some Kylies that don't do it for me, and this is definitely one of them. And there's only like, I think, a couple more that don't do it for me, and I think they got discontinued. So I'm assuming that means I wasn't the only one they weren't doing it for. This is the one that I'm trying to kind of like find my footing with when it comes to the two fragrances that Nosy sent over. I don't know if it's because of the Australian pink pepper in it, or if it's the Ambrox in it, but I don't know. It's something about this one that gives off a little too much of that like an earthy vibe to me that I don't necessarily love in a fragrance. And they didn't categorize this under an earthy fragrance, so that's why I was a little taken aback when I did smell it, because I was like, it's giving earthiness with like a tad bit of fruitiness, and I like more of like a fruity, sweet gourmand, or fruity florals, or just like a fresh fruity scent, if you will. And it definitely doesn't give that. But I feel like when fall comes, I'll be able to appreciate this one a little bit more. But for right now, I'm into the light, airy kind of sweet scents, and I feel like that's why it's not a hit for me right this moment. But that doesn't mean it's not good. Like, it paired with Fleur Majesty is a combination that I'm enjoying right now that I have on. Unfortunately, I didn't love it with Marrakesh. I feel like it brought out more of the woodsy side that I wasn't necessarily, or earthy side, if you will, that I wasn't necessarily appreciating. But I do feel like it's a good fragrance overall. It's just I have to find my footing in what I'm going to put it with. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of pink pepper either, Janet. That's why I'm kind of just like I was taken aback. Like, I didn't read the ingredients on them when I went in Ulta to check them out when they had sent me the catalog to choose from. I went more about the way it smelled on my body chemistry, and I like the way it smells on my body chemistry. It's just I feel like this would be one that's good for me in the fall time versus now, whereas I know I will use Detour right now with either one of the fragrances that we talked about and know that I will really enjoy it. So that's where I am with that one, and that's why I am with this one. I am interested to see how this will pair with Tarte Deco from Snif, though, because I definitely feel like it could give me a little bit of enjoyment there. And maybe Naughty Nona would be a good combination as well, because like I said, I do feel like the pink pepper in here would go nicely with Naughty Nona, because it has its own sets of spices in it, and it would be like a perfect fall scent combination. So I'm looking forward to trying it with these, but right now I am just enjoying it with Fleur Majesty. It is a great combination, and I am enjoying these Nosy fragrances. I want to pick up like a couple more, so in the future, if you see me with, I think I told you all when it came to the body mist, I like the salty one and the honey one. So I can see myself picking up the honey one and the salty one in the future, along with Unmuted, the one that smells like Sol de Janeiro. So that's pretty much all I have for you all with this live. I kept it kind of short, but since I hadn't smelled the fragrance and I didn't want to have to get up in the middle of the live to try to find more things to pair with, and you all know I'm going to do a longer video, because I always do a longer video with the actual wear test, because you want to know how long these things wear, and plus it gives me time to go through my collection and pull out more stuff. This was just a quick grab some things, give you all my first thoughts on the fragrance, give you all some additional information on, you know, how it looks. And I will talk to you all in Thursday's live when we do the Tower 28 haul I got with the new blushes on their collab with Tony Bravo, I believe it is. So I will talk to you all Thursday. Bye, guys.